So I was texting you last night, sitting at an open mic, listening to a guy perform Great Balls of Fire. Like I told you, he was giving everything he got for like 5 people in the audience plus me.
Well, you were there. I'd have been doing it too if you were out there. I'd be like, oh, that's Lex Fridman.
No, man, he was this big dude on a keyboard, just everything, sweaty, long hair. You could tell like he was there in his own little world. I love the courage of that, of just giving it everything. I don't think he wants to be famous. I don't think he wants anything in life except to be there and to play like his heart out. That's why I love open mics. Like some people still aspire to be famous when they play open mics, but some people, maybe they've given up or maybe they never wanted to be famous. They're just there for the pure artistry of it. So,
yeah.
And you said you started out playing open mics. What? At shitty bars. What was that like?
Well, yeah, real quick before I forget too, a great example of a guy who had that same mindset and was able to maintain it really well is this mandolin player named Johnny Stats in West Virginia. To me, he's one of the best. And he's won all these awards and stuff, and he still works for UPS full time. And like he could go out and tour with it, play mandolin for anybody he wanted to. But man, when you meet Johnny, like you can tell he's just got this this joy in him that I don't think he would have if he. But as far as me with the open mics, yeah, it was just. It was a lot of them were embarrassing. There was a couple. I remember there was times where I'd go up and I do like one song. I get like halfway through the next song, and I'd be so nervous by that point. I couldn't remember any of the words. And there's a couple times I remember there was one time in particular that I just walked off halfway through the song, put my guitar in the case, and I just left. I didn't even couldn't even stay in there. Just total freak out.
Just embarrassment.
And I never drank in bars either. Like I wasn't really a social drinker, so I was just there to try to do the mic. So it was kind of, I was a little out of place anyway. I feel kind of out of place in a bar to start with. So
yeah, it's back when you could smoke in bars. There's a whole vibe to it. People smoking and drinking, and yeah, definitely, bombing in a place like that when the audience is like, there's like 5 people and they're bored.
Yeah, there was one like that. It was in Matoka. It wasn't that far from where I lived. The place is gone now, but it was about as big as the room we're in here, if that, like the ceiling tiles were yellow from where everybody had smoked in it since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
But that was my little spot, those little type of spots.
You did covers? What'd you play? What was your go-to?
Back then it was like, I don't know, Fishing in the Dark, Nitty Gritty Band, or like any of those old Hank Jr. songs, like any of those bar type David Allen Coe, like You Never Call Me By My Name, any of that kind of stuff. And I haven't even played any of those in forever now, but that was any of those ones where you get people singing along and stuff. That's what I'd always try to do, Yeah,
that song you performed, Take Me Home, Country Road. How's that go? West Virginia.
Yeah.
It's a good song.
John Denver was just one of those guys that who knows where he would have went long term if he wouldn't have passed. But
it's a fun song that I love. I shouldn't, but I love is what is it? Like, Thank God I'm a Country Boy.
I think that's what I liked about John Denver was he was a little bit like, he let himself be a little bit corny in the spirit of like having fun with it. Like, great example, there's this older guy that not a lot of people have heard of named Roy Clark, but my farm's like a mile down the road from Roy Clark's old farm, but he used to be on Hee Haw. I don't know if you ever heard of that old show from like the 60s or whatever, but crazy dude. He could pick any instrument up. Like there's videos on YouTube of him, but he would just sit there and just pick anything up and just rip it to death. But he would always just be real silly about it. He never took himself too seriously,